Okay, going to show two movies here that I had pre-ordered and arrived quite some time ago. These arrived, it must have been in August, I think. It's now November, so I have these two on Blu-ray already, and the first movie. I had them on DVD years ago. That I can't remember who put it out. Was it Anchor Bay? I don't recall. That box set. They had to recall because it had like the Red Cross logo on it, something like that. I remember buying that at, I think it was Best Buy when it first came out. First one here, Sleepaway Camp 2. Again, I have this on Blu-ray, the Scream Factory release, along with Part 3 and Part 1. And I did have the movies on VHS years ago, and then DVD, and then Blu-ray, now 4K. So I don't remember if these are reversible. I don't think they are. And I did pre-order these from Scream. No, these aren't reversible. The Scream Factory website. It was a little. It wasn't. It was just a tad expensive. Not too bad, but yeah, it could have been lower. I did watch both. And of course, I checked the disc when they came, and I was really amazed. There were absolutely no scratches, no fingerprints, no dust particles, nothing. So, see what I put down in my notes here for Part 2. Dialogue was easy to hear at low volume. It had been a while since I watched the Blu-rays. Outdoor scenes during the day and night looked decent, but not amazing. Again, it had been a while. I've always liked Part 2 the most. I'd say Part 2, Part 1, then Part 3 are my favorites. But definitely Part 2 is my favorite. Yeah, I like this original. I think this is a theatrical. Was this a theatrical? This is the original artwork. I like it better than the. I do like the artwork they did on Part 2, and I think Part 3. I don't remember what they put on Part 3 on the Blu-rays from Scream Factory, but I do like this one more. But what they did on the Scream Factory, the Sleepaway Camp 2 Blu-ray, the cover art was. I really like that one, but yeah, this is my favorite. But yeah, it looked decent. It's been a while since I watched the Blu-ray, so I'm thinking it's just a very, very slight improvement, not much. So would you need to upgrade? I'd say probably not. And I think they're all the same special features. I don't know. On here it says new, return to Sleepaway Camp 2. Looking at the making of the film with counselor Jeff Hayes, author of Sleepaway Camp. Another one that says new, I'm a happy camper, new, Camp Carnage. So maybe there's a few special features that are new, but and I think this has the does this have the I'm trying to see the filming locations that Adam the Woo did. Did he do part? Yeah, he did Part 2, didn't he? I'm trying to see here. Inside the makeup effects, interviews. Abandoned locations of Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3. Okay. So yeah. Yeah, but would you need to upgrade? I don't think so. But yeah, just that here. And here's the next one, part 3. But yeah, the dialogue was easy to hear at low volume. The music didn't overpower the dialogue. You know, it wasn't hard to hear the dialogue when the music was playing. Like some movies, the music will drown out the dialogue. I didn't have an issue with that. And I checked this one. No issues with the disc. No scratches or fingerprints. Nothing. So I was amazed. It says new, Return to Sleepaway Camp 3, new, Weeding Out the Bad, Inside the Stunts, new, Angela's Greatest Hits. So looks like a few new on both. Kind of sucks they didn't also do part 1. I guess maybe they lost the rights to that, I don't know. Oh, I forgot to show that. It came with a, because this was a bundle, it came with part 2, part 3, and then it had a extra slipcover here for part 2. I like that artwork, but I do prefer the original. That's pretty good. Nothing amazing on the back. And then the main reason I got in the bundle, let me grab it here, came with the posters, but I wrote, oh, I was trying to see what that said. I wrote the size down so I can order a snap frame to put it up. But they did the stupidest thing ever. If I remember, this is double-sided. They're not separate. They're not separate posters, so you don't have a poster for part 2 and then part 3 separately. I mean, one side is part 2 and the other side is part 3, which is the dumbest. It's so stupid. But it doesn't bother me too much. I mean, that's the poster I wanted. Part 2. I don't care much for part 3. But yeah, that's the one I wanted. So that was the main reason I got in the bundle, because I wanted the poster. So yeah, I'll get a snap frame and put the poster there with the part 2 side showing. Let me double check my phone here if I had any different notes for part 3. Okay, Sleepaway Camp 3, dialogue easy to hear, low volume, no issues with the music drowning out the dialogue. Picture quality looks similar to part 2. I noticed it wasn't ultra clear. I mean, it didn't look, neither one looked amazing. You know, there wasn't like an amazing improvement. There's like a slight improvement on both of them over the Blu-ray, but not a huge one. And I was trying to think, 'cause these are 4K. Okay, yeah, so 4K restoration of the 35mm inner positive, so yeah, it's not going to be as good as the negative. But yeah, I mean, if you want to get them, but I don't know. And I got these through, the Scream Factory, Shout Factory website before that closed down. Now you have to get everything through Gruv. I don't know if they pronounce it Groove. I call it Gruv because it's G-R-U-V, so I'll just call it Gruv. I don't care if they call it Groove. But yeah. But, yeah. So my favorites would be part 2, part 1, and then part 3. But, yeah, I don't know, when they showed up for pre-order, I was like, yeah, I gotta get these, but then I started thinking, well, this not a huge improvement over the Blu-ray, just a very slight, so I was thinking, should I hold on to the part 2 and part 3 Blu-rays, but why? I have part 2 and part 3 on 4K now, and they're only the 4K discs, they don't have any Blu-ray discs. in the cases. Then I was thinking, well, the older releases of part 1, 2, and 3 on Blu-ray, you know, that's the same kind of style artwork. Well, like, oh, that has to match. And I was thinking, how stupid is that? Either keep all 3 on Blu-ray and put 2 and 3 4Ks in the pile of movies I'm going to take to the record exchange or where I'm going to take it, or keep part 1 on Blu-ray and then put part 2 and 3 4Ks in there. I mean, there's no sense of having, you know, 2 and 3 on Blu-ray and 2 and 3 on 4K. I mean, it just takes up more space. So yeah, that's something I got to decide on. I'll probably pop 2 and 3, pop the Blu-rays in again and just take a look. But yeah, I don't know. Was it something I needed to upgrade to? Not really after watching the 4Ks. I mean, but I do need to put the Blu-rays in to compare a little bit better. But yeah, from what I remember by the Blu-rays, it wasn't a huge improvement. So yeah, the colors didn't pop. You know, on the 4Ks, the colors didn't pop. Didn't look, you know, like, didn't look amazing, like compared to some other movies. But that's it for this video.